That'll be fire. Taking Logan versus me and AB. Oh, that was great. Or Logan and KSI versus AB and me. If we did like a tag team, and if I was his teammate, I know he would do it. If I'm gonna be in the ring with this guy, then I know I belong in this sport. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be the best in the world. Man, I hope I don't spoil this, but I think
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Misfits News. I'm your host, Ben the Bane Davis. As always, traveling and on the road. Here with my co-host, BL. BL, before we get into today's episode, how are you?
I'm doing very well, Ben. Now, as you just said there, traveling all over the world, you went from fighting Most Wanted to now doing the press conference and making your way home now. But before we get into what a week it's been, let me give you a rundown of today's topics. We have the full Misfits 17 card finally being revealed. Tommy Fury announces his return to the ring. We get an update about Deji's abs, and we'll be hearing from the former NFL player turned boxer, Le'Veon Bell, later this video.
Misfits 17. Presser was interesting. Felt like KSI didn't really want to be there. It wasn't as pumped up as he usually was, but AT and Slim, I think, brought all of that chaotic energy, and so KSI could maybe be more reserved this time.
Well, that's what they do best. They bring the energy. But before we get into that press conference and what you saw from up there on the stage, let's go through that full card. We're starting things off with the Cruiserweight tournament. Minocon has stepped in and he will be fighting DTG to kick off the night.
Man, I mean, it's, I believe, a cruiserweight debut on both sides, Minicon and DTG, coming down from heavyweight. You know, DTG looked great. We got to see him for the first time in a minute at the Hilton, and the dude's just slim. He's looking lean. He's looking mean. But you just spent a week with Minicon in Barcelona, so you've got that firsthand experience watching him spar, seeing how his body moves with that leaned out frame. So I don't know. I think it's a great fight. Both guys are battle tested. That's a good one to start off the card.
I sparred Minicon. I'm telling you something. This is the best shape I've seen him in, and also that man carries a lot of power. So it's going to be interesting how he shapes up against someone who's so good at the fundamentals, that being DTG. However, we're going to continue with that Cruiserweight tournament where Jake Cornish takes on Mike Edwards.
Can't even lie. Don't know much about these guys. Sorry.
One of them gives relationship advices, and the other one was on a Love Island show. So it seems like the perfect match, really.
Classic, baby. That's vintage. That's vintage Misfits matchmaking.
That's
Oh,
vintage. That's
man.
classic.
No disrespect to either of those gentlemen, and I can't wait to get to know them, but they're going to need to bring their A game because this cruiserweight tournament's not a joke. You know, you've got sharks like Le'Veon Bell that are swimming in those waters. So if all they've done is just give out relationship advice or go on, you know, dumb reality shows, they're going to get swept away instantly. So best of luck. Hope they're bringing the A game, and they're going to need it.
Well, a face you definitely will recognize. Gabe Silver is making his anticipated return against Weddy, and Weddy has. I'm going to give you the breakdown. He has 11 wins, 3 losses. He is an amateur MMA fighter out of Ireland and is 11th ranked in the amateur men's lightweight United Kingdom and in Ireland.
Now, some people would say that this is the caliber of opponent that Gabe should have been fighting all along.
Well, you're basically that
Gabe's
caliber.
basically right there. Now, Gabe's the man. You know, I'm excited for his return. I know that there was this huge debacle when he got his title shot versus Anthony Taylor, and I'm not here to, you know, embellish or gloss over things. I think he fucked that opportunity up, but I'm glad to see him back, and let's see if he can get this ship righted. That's not an easy opponent based on that experience. Irish, UK, and European mixed martial arts, especially the amateur scene, is very healthy. And I think this will be a fun test. And I'm just glad Gabe's back. That dude's a great guy, and anytime he's active is fun.
Well, I want to take things to Ben Williams making his return against Warren the Mechanic Spencer. Andrew and Tristan Tate's right-hand man, as Mams described him beautifully. They have fought the very same boxer, and they actually won. Warren actually beat him slightly quicker, which I guess is the selling point of this fight.
Yeah, no, I heard about this, that they both knocked out the same guy. And the only takeaway that I have from this fight is I just feel really bad for that one dude that got knocked out by both of them. The whole, yeah, you just said this. The whole selling point of the fight is that they knocked out the same guy. But no, this makes sense. Like, you know, we were saying Ben Williams versus Jarvis in Dublin, this kid's backyard. You know, he's going to be blowing the roof off the place. So I'm a little bit bummed that it's not for a title, but I don't really have much of a comment on Andrew or Tristan Tate or who this guy is. If he wants to beat Ben Williams, he's going to need to be a lot better than
This
Andrew Tate
guy.
ever was in kickboxing.
Well, it's got to be better than that guy they both beat. Well, the next fight that I'm really excited for, Dean the Great making his return against Dave Fogarty. Now, Dave Fogarty is actually Conor McGregor's cameraman and has the record of 7-4-0 in MMA.
When some people would look at that and go, oh man, in 11 fights, he's only won 7 of them, but that's a pretty good record. I have heard that he's always in the gym, constantly training and sharpening the tools. So Dave's a gamer, and I expect him to show up and look good, but Dean's a champ, right? There's a reason that this kid has the belt. And so if Dave wants to beat him, he's going to need to have something that nobody's had before. Either way, fun fight. Dean being active. If Dean fits, we like the kid, and we'll see what he does.
A new face I want to introduce to the Misfit scene is Sami Hamed, the son of Prince Nassim. I mean, what a weight that name holds. His pro debut on Misfits against Jesse Clark. Can Sami Hamed live to that father's legacy?
I love that this card has turned into just the sons of icons competing. Gabe being there, Sammy. I actually got the chance to sit down with Prince Nassim and Sammy and do like a face-to-face with both of them, which was a really fantastic experience. And I got to learn that his full nickname, I think, is Slingin' Sammy from Miami, even though he's never been to Miami.
Why is he not fighting on the Miami card then?
I-
Well, I actually heard from his entourage there when I was there the other day that he has been getting knockouts, devastating knockouts within seconds in his amateur record. So it looks like he's going to bring it. I mean, again, it's all rumors, but from what I'm hearing, it's something exciting to come.
We're going to find out on August 31st. Hopefully these rumors have some serious substance to them and he brings that firepower. But I don't play with rumors, baby. I play with reality. That's kind of the domain that I sit in.
Well, something that's not a rumor now and has officially been signed, the moment we've all been waiting for, Danny Aaron's versus Bevo, both on their Misfits Boxing debut. Bevo finally stepping into that ring. Ben, how does it feel?
Oh man, did you see the Bevo photo shoot? I had no idea that he has the rules.
The rules tattooed and rules in a different color.
And now let me say this, because I've been very critical of Bevo on this series. He was very nice in person. He was a chill guy. The face-to-face with Danny is going to be a fun watch when it comes out because it did get a bit intense. We're going to see. Like, Danny was very candid about his lack of experience. Bevo mentioned 4 to 5 years of boxing in his youth. And I was talking to a lot of people and they said, oh, it doesn't matter that he has that background. But BL, to me, it kind of does play into this fight that he has a lot of experience when he was younger.
What had me thrown though, Ben, is when I saw one of the interviewers actually ask Bevo, oh, Bevo, which gym are you training out of? He couldn't actually answer. So when he says he's had a lot of years of boxing experience, don't get me wrong, I believe him. But is it the classes that he was doing beforehand, or was it private sessions? Was he actually competing? Yeah. Those are the questions I want to be having, because when I see Danny Aaron's, and I've seen him in person multiple times now, he is in serious shape. And no shape doesn't win you fights, but shows you've been putting the work in. So if anyone's been putting the work in, if you can put side by side Danny Aaron's physique versus Bevo's the rules physique, for me right now, there's a clear favorite. So let's head to our main event. KSI takes on a 1v2 fight within Anthony Taylor and Slim. But Ben, as you said earlier, the vibe is off. It's strange. What did you see backstage, and what did you see on that main center stage when you were doing that press conference?
I think that JJ isn't as excited for this fight as he has been for other ones. That's just the bottom line here. I think it's palpable. AT and Slim, they are a chaotic duo. And I think that honestly, the more that we can highlight the fact that they hate working together, it's very Dean and Waleed reminiscent when they had to be a tag team. Like, Slim and AT are not too pumped about this. And I remember when the cameras were off, they had some funny interactions. They were like, we got to do this. And I don't know. We'll see if they can learn how to play ball. But yeah, JJ just wasn't as pumped, and I think he feels these guys are beneath him, but he's got to go prove that. And against 2 reigning Misfits champions, that's kind of a tall order.
Well, obviously, big card coming up, Dublin, August 31st. I cannot wait. However, I want to give an update on our friend of the channel, Deji. He has showed us his project. He showed us how his abs have gone on. Ben, what was your reaction when he whipped that t-shirt off?
Dude, I was dying. I thought the angle of his back to the camera and KSI seeing it, dude, I mean, that's like the funniest screenshot ever. And then when he turned around, he's just standing there. Yeah, how much time did he have to get abs?
I believe it was 6 months, and he left it to
I
the last month or two.
I think if he had another month, he probably could have done it. I
He
think
was
if he
nearly there.
had
He was practically there.
he had two of them, I think, right? He had
He
two
had
abs.
to. Yeah, yeah.
Just couldn't. I mean, I don't get that. I don't know. Again, I don't want to be a dick, and Veggie's a nice guy, but like, you had 6 months. What for £1 million? Like, I'm
A
sure he's wealthy.
mil.
I'm sure he doesn't need it. But like for you and me, that could be life changing. So it's kind of annoying that all he had to do was go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week.
Just abs.
Be
Don't
Yeah,
train anything else. Your arms can be a mess as
just
long as the
train.
abs are
Yeah,
there.
yeah. That's the stipulation, right? Just get the abs. So I think it's irritating, and some people were calling him lazy, and it's hard for me to disagree with that because you had so much time. Were PEDs not allowed? Could he have juiced up for this?
Well, he's looking to fight at the end of the year, so I'm guessing
Oh,
not.
probably.
What I do want to say is the transformation he made was fantastic. I mean, the amount of weight he lost is incredible. Yes, he didn't get the abs, but I want to see this journey continue. He said it's helped him mentally, and I hope a lot of the viewers can see if you take that in your life and eat healthily and you train every day, it can really help you mentally. And sometimes that's all you need is a little bit of a routine, and it changes your life and it changes the way you feel about yourself. Well, someone that's
Wow.
looking to get abs for the end of the year is Tommy Fury. He has announced he's going to make a return to the end of the year. Will he be fighting on Misfits? I think that's the question everyone has right now.
To me, he has dropped the ball in every conceivable way. And if he wants to come fight on Misfits, I bet Mams will get it done and put a good matchup. And why not? But for me personally, I just do not care what Tommy Fury does. In fact, let me extend that. I do not care what any of the Furies do. That includes John. That extends to
Wow.
Tyson. I don't give a fuck. I'm over it. I'm just over him.
Well, let's move on. Say goodbye to Tommy Fury, but please welcome in the multi-talented former NFL running back, musician, and now boxer Le'Veon Bell to the Misfits News booth. Please welcome in the multi-talented former NFL running back, musician, and now boxer Le'Veon Bell to the Misfits News booth. How are we doing today, sir?
Man, I cannot complain. I feel great. I'm in great spirits, man. I just made it home today, so I'm actually haven't been home in Ohio, and you know, what I'm saying I can't remember the last time I was home. So I feel good. I'm in great spirits today. I cannot complain.
It's great to have you on Misfits News. It's been a while coming now. However, I want to talk about your career a little bit, and I want to touch base on that. You started your NFL career in 2013, and 2022 you transitioned into boxing, having your first fight against Uriah Hall, a former MMA fighter. Can you talk to me what that transition was like in that sport?
Transition wise, it was a lot different. You know, the sport of boxing is a lot different than football. Don't get me wrong, it takes a lot of athletic ability. In the sport of football, it takes a lot of athletic ability in the sport of boxing, but it's just two different ways of using it. You know, I think football, you can depend on a lot of people. There's a lot of people you can fall back on. If I'm not having the greatest game in football, you know, my receiver, Antonio Brown, he can be having a great game, or the quarterback can be having a great game. So we can still win the game. You know what I'm saying? Versus if I'm in the ring, it's just me. It's just me. It's like I got to be having a good day. If I don't have a good day, it's on me. You know what I'm saying? If I'm having a good day, it's on me. I think preparation wise, that's really the biggest difference. And boxing is about how far you want to go individually. Football is more of a team sport, and it's a lot more dependability on, you know what I'm saying, that in that terms. But that's really the difference about it. Preparation wise, you know, I'm trying to be the best. I try to be the best in football, best running back. Boxing wise, I'm trying to be the best. So that's how I prepare. I train to be the best. I'm not just trying to be Misfits best. I'm not trying to be, you know, crossover best. I'm trying to be the best in the world.
You say you want to be the best in the world, and you're certainly going in that direction when you're facing someone like Uriah Hall for your first fight. Now, can you talk to me what that experience was like? Obviously, he is probably one of your highest level opponents to date.
It was my first pro fight, I guess, sanctioned pro fight, right? And my first, I guess, exhibition fight, I fought Adrian Peterson. He was another former running back, NFL player too. I ended up knocking him out. So then my next fight, the very next fight was against Uriah Hall. And he'd been fighting for 18 years. He's been a professional fighter for 18 years. You know what I'm saying? And if I can go in there, be with him, and go in there and take on this challenge, and if I can beat this guy, if I can be in the ring with this guy, then I know I belong in this sport. You know what I'm saying? It didn't turn out on the cards the way I wanted it to, but a lot of people was expecting him to get me out of there. A lot of people, other than myself and like my team, I was expecting to win. But other than, you know, my camp and myself, nobody was expecting me to win that fight. Everybody expecting me to lose. Everybody expecting me to get stopped or whatever it was. And I think I still shocked a lot of people in that fight. I shocked Uriah for sure. He even told me, you know what I'm saying? Just the simple fact he ain't expecting me to be as good as I was. And that gave me so much more confidence even after fighting him, even after the loss. Don't get me wrong, I wish I would have won that fight, but the experience that I learned from that fight, even with the loss, it helped me become a better a better boxer. It helped me become a better athlete in that sense, just because of the fact that like things that he was showing me and things that he was doing in that fight that I wasn't used to seeing, or I didn't see, or I wasn't comfortable with. And round by round, from first round to the second round to the third round, I kept getting better. If you like go back and watch that fight, each round I kept getting better. And I think that was just like one of those experience things that I needed. Like, okay, this is how it feels when you're in the ring versus somebody experienced that know what they're doing, you know what I'm saying? And I was still new. So I think I ripped that Band-Aid off. And ever since then, bro, literally ever since I felt like that against Uriah in that fight, I got into the ring with so many different people, sparring, fights, whatever it is. And I never had that feeling again. That feeling until like, man, I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? And I think because, I already had it. And it's like now I'm anything you throw at me, I'm ready for it. You throw this at me, I'm ready. Like any type of style, I done seen it. You know what I'm saying? Now it's about perfecting myself. And how far do I want to go with? You know what I'm saying? How unique can I be? You know what I'm saying? And I think each fight I'm gonna only continually get better. You know what I'm saying? And my last fight versus Tristan Ham, he was a solid opponent. Credit to him and his coach. But I feel like a lot of people thought that was gonna be a good fight. A lot of people thought that it's gonna be a close fight, and I really showed like I'm levels above him. You know what I'm saying? I didn't end up knocking him out like I wanted to. I wanted to stop him, but I clearly showed I was levels above him, and he was not on the same level as me. And that's why I try to continue to show each and every fight. You know what I'm saying? That's my goal.
That fight with Tristan Ham, it's the first fight of the tournament. And I'm going to say I sat there ringside and I thought it was a heck of a fight, to be honest. I thought it was a really good fight. Do you think he brought more than you expected?
To be honest, because now that I'm thinking back on it, when I was like, when he was leading up to the fight, whatever, he never released like footage. He never released like footage of him like, doing mitts or like sparring and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like he never really showed it, you know what I'm saying? So when I'm going into this fight, I'm just basically going off of his little minute fight that he had previously, you know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of watching that. Just from that fight, I knew he's going to be strong, you know what I'm saying? I knew he's going to be strong because, you can't knock somebody out like that and not be strong, you know what I'm saying? But I know for a fact that I wasn't going to just be standing there for him to hit me that way, you know what I'm saying? So I knew like he gonna have some power, but it was nothing that was gonna shock me. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing that he did that shocked me. You know, if anything that shocked me because he kept backing up. I thought he kept saying like he wanted to fight. He's like, oh, meet me in the middle of the ring. The whole fight, go back and watch the fight. He was backing up the entire fight. So I had to like literally try to chase him the entire time. You know what I'm saying? And I think he was just kind of like trying to wait on the ropes to try to catch me with one punch. But I'm too smart of a fighter for that. So I've seen it all. But even after that win, like I was saying with Uriah, I took that loss. I had a loss. And I learned a lot from it. Even after a win, with the Tristan Ham win, I learned so much in that fight because, like, okay, like he did this, and it was a different look. I never seen somebody who just looked like the whole time just kind of just running. The whole time he's like backing up the entire time. So it's like the whole time, like, man, I got to be on offense the whole time. I'm like more of a counter puncher type guy. You know what I'm saying? So like I try to time you and like counter punch. I couldn't even counter punch versus him because he wouldn't go first.
The fans have you as a favorite right now. In the tournament, everyone has you as the top bracket.
Shout out to the fans. I love y'all. I love y'all. Real talk.
Everyone is calling you the tournament favorite, and you took, as I say, one of the hardest fights. Is there any other fighters that you consider a threat? Is there any other fighters that you would specifically want to face in the finals potentially?
I hope I don't spoil this. I don't want to miss it. But I think Minicon.
That's been announced. Okay. Yeah.
He's a guy out of Spartacus. Like I know he knows me. I know him. So I just gotta think about it. When you like know somebody, it's like kind of different. a harder fight, kind of, because he already know all the things that I like to do. I know all the things he like to do. So it's really more of like, it's kind of deeper into the fight. You know what I'm saying? It may seem like it's the first round of a fight, but it's really like round 13, 14 or something, because we really already kind of been going back and forth. We already understand each other. Versus like when you fight somebody like Tristan, if I fought him for the first time, I really kind of got to feel him out, see what he got. So many kind of already kind of know what he got. And I know like he's going to be a good opponent. Like he fight DTG. I think he's a good opponent too. I've never been in the ring with him, so I'm not sure. But I think the winner between those two guys is probably who I'm in fighting. You know what I'm saying? I know Face Temper got a fight versus
Josh Bruckner in Miami.
Brockner. That's gonna be a good fight too. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be at that fight. That side over there, I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? That side over there, I'm really not sure, because they're all kind of even. It's like who's gonna implement their game plan the best. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, when I look at all these guys, I mean, like I can get through anything. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's nothing they showed me to where it's like this is gonna be tough or nothing I haven't seen. You know what I'm trying to say? It'll be a different test once I'm actually in the ring with them. I've been in the ring with Minicon, so I kind of felt him. But everybody else, I haven't really felt. I only kind of go off the eye test, and off the eye test, I can't really see nothing they can really do with me.
So obviously you've had work with Minicon. He's going in this fight with DTG. He's got some notice. He's got enough notice to prep for this fight. How do you think that fight's going to go? Do you think Minicon going down to this lower weight is going to benefit him in this fight?
I think if he trains the correct way and if he loses the weight,
Well, he's training with me, so he's definitely doing something right.
Straight up. You know what I'm saying? I think if he trains the correct way and he doesn't have to do like the craziest weight cut the 2 days before or the day before, I think he'll be fine. I think Minicon will be good with the weight. He's gonna be strong. You know, I think realistically, I think this is really his weight that he need to be fighting at. I mean, he fought at heavyweight, but I don't think that's really, you know what I'm saying, the weight class that he needed for his best weight class. I mean, he can fight at heavyweight, don't get me wrong, but I don't think that would be his best weight class. I think his best weight class would be cruiserweight. You know what I'm saying? I think that this is his best weight class, and I think Minicon's gonna shock some people. To be honest, I think he's gonna shock some people. DTG I like DTG though. That's the crazy part.
I love DTG. He's very good at his fundamentals.
Yeah, he is. I like DTG. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, this fight, that's probably gonna be interesting because, like, I'm for sure gonna be glued to that fight because if DTG ended up going there and do, you know what I'm saying, handling Minicon, and I'm like, whoa, well, hold up now. You know what I'm saying?
Hold up now.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? So it might open some eyes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. The Miami card. I'm gonna be there. So we're gonna see what Brockner got in person. We're gonna see what Temper got in person. We'll go from there. I think after I see him in person, I'm gonna have a really better answer for you. But right now, I don't really look at the threat. The next person I'm in the ring with, that's my next biggest threat. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have any idea of who that next opponent may be? So have you been told, are you fighting the winner of Josh Bruckner versus Face Temp, or are you going to be facing Minicon or DTG, the winner of those? Do you know yet?
So those two guys on the other side of the bracket, I'm with the Mike Edwards and Jake Cornish.
Okay.
So once they fight, I'll fight the winner of those guys. Then us, with the winner of that, continue to go to the final. And then on the other side, they got the Brockner, Temper, DTG, Minicon one.
I want to throw something theoretical to you right now. I want to set the scenario. You win this tournament, you get the cruiserweight belt around your waist. Where do you go from here?
I think Dylan Dennis, they released the Bridgerton weight, cruiserweight, rankings. It's like, give me guys like Dylan Dennis or Tommy Fury or these type of guys, the guys that already been in the scene and that came over and conquered. They came over and conquered. They beat Jake. They beat KSI. It's like, okay. Well, come beat me. Show me you can beat me. You know what I'm saying? Because don't get me wrong, Jake and KSI, they do their thing. I love them for what they done. You know what I'm saying? KSI respecting him, Jake respecting him. But at the end of the day, those two guys are not the caliber athlete I am. And I'm not saying that to try to be cocky or anything. I'm just saying that because I've played football with the greatest athletes in the world. You know what I'm saying? The top 1% in the world. You know what I'm saying? And athletically speaking, I have it. Now, learning the boxing skill, that would be the next thing. And I've been boxing for 5-6 years. So me learning the boxing skill was right there too. So I just feel like my boxing skill, it may not be the best because boxing skill, you always can get better. Like boxing skill, the longer you do it, the better you're going to get at it. But my gift and the thing that separates me from somebody is my athletic ability. Me be able to get in and get out. I'll be able to time you. I can read you. I'm faster than everybody I get in the ring with. There's not going to be one person that get in the ring with that's going to be faster than me. Not one person. There's not one person that I will get in the ring with that's going to be faster than me, I'm telling you.
You mentioned the names of KSI, Jake Paul. Now, obviously, KSI is the one that vacated this belt because he wants to do other things right now. However, when he looks to bring this belt back, if you were the current champion at that time, is that a fight you'd look to have in the future?
I think me and KSI at some point going to definitely going to get it on at some point. I think, shoot, it might happen as quick as when I get the belt. He might be the next one. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I want to fight the Dylan Dennises, the Tommy Furies, but KSIs, the Jakes, the Logans, yeah, I want to fight them too.
How do you see that fight going? If you were to face KSI, how does that fight go in your mind?
To be honest, I think KSI is a tough guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and disrespect and say I'm going to go in here and knock him out. But I will hands down outboxing. And if he gets silly, then he'll get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? If he gets really silly and start getting overprotective, doing a little hopping thing, how he doing, try to jump in on that right, and I time that right, he's going to go to sleep. Personally, I don't think KSI, technically speaking, is good enough. Jake, technically speaking, isn't good enough. Jake's going to be too slow. I think KSI a little quicker. KSI a little more athletic. He a little more explosive. Jake skill-wise a little better. So both of those guys, I'm like the combination. I'm athletically speaking, I'm better than KSI, but skill-wise, I still think I'm better than Jake. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. And put it together, that's me. I'm going to continue to show that. I'm telling you, just watch. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody put in the ring with me, bro. They gonna see, bro. Like everybody thought JMX sucked. Now everybody say JMX sucked. And no, JMX don't suck. It's just y'all discrediting me now. Now y'all trying to discredit me. It's saying like I'm not as good as I am. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna say Tristan Helm suck. Nah, he don't suck. It just don't discredit me because I made it look a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
The two names you bring up, Jake Paul, KSI, the ones that have always been compared, the ones that are destined to fight. How would you see that fight happening, and how do you see that fight playing out possibly later on this year or start of next year?
Obviously, the people we all want that fight. It's kind of crazy because like if you asked me this about a year ago, I'd have quickly said Jake. Like, oh yeah, Jake quick. But it's like as time goes on, like KSI don't get better. You know what I'm saying? Like guys like myself don't get better because you can tell he's athletic. I can see him like fight by fight, even when he be sparring. Like with KSI, he's sparring. I can see like, oh, he like even trying to work on stuff. Like he's like getting better. He's actually, you know what I'm saying, perfecting the craft. Jake is too, don't get me wrong, but I just think that gap is a little more narrow in my eyes, you know what I'm saying? And even when I did in the football, going up and weight, down and weight, it's hard to do. That's tough to do. Like 1 minute you 230, next minute you 215, the next minute you 200. That's tough to do. You know what I'm saying? Like the inconsistency is like, so people always say just because you get bigger, you get more power. That's not true. You know what I'm saying? Like you still need explosiveness. It's about, even to the point of like you may be stronger, you got a lot of power to you. If you got all this weight on you and you're fatigued and you get fatigued after a round or two, the power is not really nothing. You know what I'm saying? You might only have the power for a minute or two, then it goes away because you're fatigued. Either you might feel like you're hitting harder, but in reality, you're fatigued, so you're not. Now, I think it'd be a closer fight. I still, like, if I had to pick, bro, if I had to pick right now, I think I'll take Jake, like, by unanimous decision by a little bit. Unanimous decision. I don't think he'll knock him out, because I think KSI got a chin. I think he got a chin. I think KSI a little smarter. I think he's smart. He know how to get in and get out. I think it'd be a good fight, but I think Jake might be an edge him out. Just like Tommy did. I think, because, like, Tommy and KSI, I ain't look at that fight and was like, oh, yeah, Tommy just kick KSI, like he just beat him up. Like, nah, I ain't look at that fight like that. I look at him like, all right, like Tommy, you the professional boxer. Like you edged it out. You beat him a little bit, but KSI still held his own. He made Tommy respect him. It's like he edged it out a little bit, but you know, I think that's how it would be right now if I had to pick the Jake and KSI one.
Let's talk about that upcoming fight. A lot of people have had a lot of opinions on it. What's your current opinion on it? He's taken on Slim and Anthony Taylor in the same fight. I mean, never seen before. What do you make of this concept?
Misfits always trying something a little different. They did the tag team, the survival thing, a little seasoning, right?
A little seasoning.
So, yeah, different little seasoning. So, like, sometimes when you used to having, like, salt on your fries or something, and somebody just mess around and put something different on, like
some Perry Tamer in there.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know if they like it yet. But if you keep eating it, as you keep eating it, you might grow to like it. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is about this. That's how I feel about this. It's like, it's different. I'm not sure if I'm going to like it, you know? Because to me, personally, I feel like if I'm KSI, I do want this. I do want this because, oh, man, I get to fight two guys. And I'm about to show, like, shoot, if I beat these two guys, I'm about to show y'all, yeah, I'll beat two guys. Like, I beat two guys. If I lose, I lost to two guys. Damn, it took two guys to beat me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, in that sense about it, it's like, I get it. I get why some people don't like it because it's like, oh, KSI got a win-win regardless. In the same sense, it's like, if I'm Anthony Taylor or Slim, I want that by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, shoot, y'all offer me 2v1. It's like, I understand. Like, you call me out for 2v1, but like, yeah, I'll let them fight him first, and then go ahead. I'll wait my turn. I'll take a fight, and then y'all fight, and I'll wait my turn. I'll wait. I don't want to fight with somebody else. Like, I want to fight you by myself. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. But like, I'm excited to watch it, bro. I can't wait. I wish we could like stimulate it. I wish we could just like hurry up and just get there right now.
Just get there right now.
Right.
Just have that fast forward button on the controller.
I'm so eager to see this fight. I'm ready to see KSI fight, bro. Like, I haven't seen him fight. We haven't seen him fight in a while.
In 8 months.
So then a year, almost a year, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, like I'm excited to watch him fight and see what he about, how much better he got. Cause like he's a guy who every time he got in the ring, like kind of like myself, bro. Every time he got in the ring, I see improvement. It's not much people I can say that about. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the people like, yeah, I'll say that about KSI. He got in the ring, and every time I see him fight, he been getting better every time. So that's why I'm eager to watch him in the 31st, and we go. That's gonna really tell me a lot.
Last fight, we had an unexpected guest within Antonio Brown.
Oh,
I'm gonna ask a question. Can we possibly expect him to make a Misfits debut?
You said, is he expecting it?
Can we expect it?
You know what's crazy? I really think AB would do it. I think he would do it, especially if we did like a tag team. If we did like a tag team, and if I was his teammate, I know he would do it.
Is that the way we make it happen?
That'd be the way for sure. They make it happen. But if we did a tag team and AB my partner, I think he'll do it. I legitimately think he'll do it. I think he would.
Way back in 2020, he had a back and forth with Logan Paul. I sort of want a breakdown of
Oh,
what
that'll be
happened there.
fire. That'll be fire. Hey, hold up. Jake and Logan versus me and AB. Oh, that was great. Or Logan and KSI versus AB and B. It don't really matter. But that'd be kind of crazy. That'd be kind of crazy. That'd be fire. Hey, hold up. You cook
I like that.
now.
I like that Logan Paul, KSI versus AB and Le'Veon Bell. Do it in the States.
Oh.
I think we've done something here.
That pay-per-view is crazy. I'm telling you that right now. That pay-per-view is insane. Insane. If you put me, AB, Logan, and KSI in a fight, yeah, that card, that PVD going crazy. For sure.
That's breaking records.
That's breaking records for sure. And I think, bro, to be honest, because I'll be talking to AB off the camera or whatever about the box. He always asks me, like, bro, I don't know how you do that, bro. Like, he play receiver, you know what I'm saying? So like receivers, they're not the guys who really in the trenches, really getting hit like that. He on the outside, he catching the ball. You know, he might get a little bump here and there, but he's not really a guy who's really trying to go in there and do that. You know what I'm saying? But if you know what I'm saying, he makes sure he get paid right, and I'm his partner. We got it. We'll make that happen.
You put all the hard work in the ring, and he can be there being your cheerleader.
Go ahead, AB. Just come in there, throw a couple punches.
Tag you back in.
That's it.
I want to bring up a friend of the channel, Wade Plems. I saw a viral sparring video that you did with him. I wanted your assessment. How did he get on with the boxing? What did you make of his boxing? He's always breaking down everyone else's, so I want you to break down his boxing. I
like Wade. Wade, he wants to get better, bro. Wade is one of them guys. He came in there, he sparred me. I pushed Wade crazy that day. A lot of times you could tell about how far somebody would go. So I was trying to get to the point where it's like, I wasn't like hitting him hard and trying to beat him up, but I was getting to the point where like I hit him with a couple body punches, got to get him fatigued, make him like tired, you know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to get 4 rounds out of him, right? So we did 3 rounds and he wanted to stop. He wanted to like, I said, no, I think I'm good. I said, no. I pulled him up. I said, let's get one more. And the fact that he got up, and, you know, I could tell he was tired. He got up, but he strained through it and he pushed through it. That let me know, like, bro, you can do it, bro. Because it's like you can get past that uncomfortability. You know what I'm saying? So like that point, like, yeah, I'm uncomfortable, but like I'm still going to do it. That's what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what separates you from boxing. You know what I'm saying? And I think Wade, like, sure, if he got into it and he like really got in shape, I think Wade would be good. He got height, he got a nice little jab. Sure, I think Wade would be good. I like Wade.
Who would you like to see Wade against?
Put him against like Ginty. That'd be a good fight. Then Wade, just, you know what I'm saying? Let him warm up. Let him get like, because Ginty would be a good fight though, because Ginty got experience too. You know what I'm saying? So I think that'd be a good fight because then like, and no disrespect to Ginty, but it's not like he like knocking people out. You know what I'm saying? I think it'd be a good fight to where like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Fill it out. See if you want to do it. Because Ginty might mess around and hit you in your face and see if Wade really want to get hit in the face like that. Because when I was sparring him, I wasn't hitting him hard in the face. I was like tapping him and, you know, hitting him in the body a little bit, but I wasn't trying to hurt him. So it's about, all right, when somebody tries to hurt you, how you can respond. A lot of people don't understand that's what happens when people get stunned or whatever it is when you see in a boxing match. They'll get hit and they're so shocked that they got hit. So then it looks like they're stumbled or the equilibrium was off, but it's not. They're just so shocked they got hit, so now they're scared. So
Yeah, like, now like, what's going on?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
now it gets real.
That's really what happened. They're like, oh yeah, like I'm not saying that like go in there and just get hit on purpose, but like you shouldn't expect to get hit if you're a boxer. You should expect. You can't go to the swimming pool and not expect to get wet.
I would love to see Wade in the ring, but who I would love to see in the ring more is Le'Veon Bell making his return. Now, could you give us any hints, any conversations you possibly had with Mams of your return to the ring and when we could possibly expect that? On what card?
Sometime around September.
September.
That's what I'm looking at. Yep, September. That's the time we're looking at. September, then hopefully I win that one. That final, probably by December.
Okay, so we can expect the final in December then.
Yeah.
Wow.
That like, don't quote me on it, but that's why
I'm putting it on. I'm slapping it on the title now. That's the title of the thumbnail now. The finals in December.
That's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm thinking. End of the year is when the championship gonna happen, like December-ish, maybe even end of November. Maybe we'll see though. We'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna be ready, bro. I can't wait. Like, cause Mams always even showed me so much love. I fought in April of 2023, right? And then I just fight again until May of 2024. So I had that 13 months off, like 13 months of like, and Mams was telling me like, man, I'm gonna get you fights, man. Don't worry, man. Be patient with me. And he did, you know what I'm saying? He made sure, like, I got into this tournament. I won this first one. Now I'm going to have another one. Win that one, and I don't have another one. So then I'll have 3 fights this year. And that'll be the most I've fought in 1 year. And that's good. I feel like 3 fights, that'd be perfect for me in a year. You know what I'm saying? Then the next year, we're only going to wrap it up. And I think it's going to be even bigger fights.
Le'Veon Bell is ready for any upcoming fights. Now, to round off this interview, I want to give you the opportunity. We're on Misfits News. Any last words, any exclusive for the fans at home watching this interview now?
Man, I love y'all. Everybody, Misfits, I appreciate all y'all's love, all y'all support. Honestly, like, to be completely honest, I'm nothing without y'all. So without y'all and supporting me and saying, oh, we want Le'Veon versus this person or that person, I'm honestly nothing without y'all. So I appreciate all y'all love support. Also, Modern Day Wayne, I just dropped new music. The link is in my bio. Y'all go check that out. Modern Day Wayne just dropped. If y'all didn't know I make music, I make music. So y'all go check out all my music. It's on all streaming platforms, SoundCloud, Apple Music, Spotify, you name it, it's there. So show some love and follow me on all socials. Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, it's all Le'Veon Bell. Y'all can follow me.
What an interview that was. I mean, what an honor it is to have Le'Veon Bell on Misfits News. But something that caught my eye, caught my ears, better to be said, was Prime Card 2, KSI Logan Paul versus Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown. Ben, what do you make of that matchup?
I don't know if Antonio Brown needs to get punched in the head. Respectfully, that's with as much respect as possible. AB maybe sit on the sidelines for that one, but Le'Veon Bell plus another person versus Logan and KSI, dude, that would be bananas. I think Le'Veon has dedicated himself to this craft. He's gotten so much better at boxing. You know, he really can scrap, and especially if he wins this cruiserweight tournament, I think that man should reward him not only with the belt but with a huge opportunity. My concern was Logan's schedule. Right? Is he going to be able to do that with the WWE? But if it's possible, I'm all for that. That's a perfect Prime Card 2 headliner.
Le'Veon Bell looks like he's going to take this tournament on. He looks like he's going to take the belt home, possibly. I cannot wait to see him return at the ring. He's saying he's going to return in September. I cannot wait for that.
Well, Bill, another fantastic episode in the books here at Misfits News every Tuesday, Thursday. Make sure you like, subscribe. I've been your host, Ben the Bane Davis for BL. Make sure you tune in. I believe this is coming out Thursday. We're going to take Tuesday off. And then next Thursday, that's the finale. That's going to be our last episode for a minute. So make sure you stay tuned for that one and mark your calendars.
We're saying goodbye to season 1, but we're not going away forever. We're going to come back with a bang with season 2. We're going to refresh things. Do not worry. You're going to see our sexy faces before you know it.
I love it. Until next time, take care.